You ever wonder what happens when the fastest athletes in the world suddenly start slowing down? Not because they lost talent, but because life, injuries, and time caught up? Well, in today's video we're counting down 9 track and field sprinters who are currently struggling with their careers. Whether it's injuries, inconsistency, or the battle to stay relevant in a sport that moves fast, literally. Let's get right into it. At number 9, we've got the pride of Côte d'Ivoire, Marie-Josée, one of the fiercest sprinters of her generation. Talu has spent nearly a decade at the top of women's sprinting, double World Championship silver medalist, multiple Diamond League wins, and one of the most consistent 10.7-second runners in the game. But lately, things haven't been the same. At the Paris 2024 Olympics, she suffered a thigh injury during warm-ups for the 100-meter final, ending her medal hopes right there. Since then, her season's been up and down, flashes of brilliance, but nowhere near her 2017 to 2019 dominance. She's also admitted that mentally it's been draining. After missing the podium multiple times, finishing 4th at Worlds, she said she cried all night, but refuses to quit. At 36 years old, Talu's not done yet, but the grind of staying world-class at her age is a real battle. That's why Marie-Josée starts off our list at number 9. At number 8, we've got the smooth Canadian flyer, Andre de Grasse. The Olympic 200-meter champion has been fighting a quiet battle with inconsistency. After his Tokyo 2020 triumph, injuries, coaching switches, and uneven form have made it hard for him to find rhythm again. Sure, he's still fast, he's Andre de Grasse, but compared to his 19.62 peak form, his recent times have hovered closer to 20.0 in the 200-meter and 10.0 in the 100-meter. He's even admitted that motivation and recovery after back-to-back seasons have been tough. Despite his individual struggles, he still anchored the men's 4x100-meter relay team to a gold medal at those 2022 World Championships, setting a national record. Following the World Championships, he considered shutting down his season to focus on rest and recovery to get his energy and body back to 100%. More recently, in August 2025, he was sidelined from the Canadian Track and Field Championships in Ottawa due to tightness in his hamstring. Throughout these challenges, de Grasse has spoken about the importance of being resilient and mentally strong to overcome adversity. Fans love his calm, chill demeanor, but lately, it feels like he's been stuck in neutral, neither regressing nor breaking through again. That puts Andre de Grasse at number 8 on our list. At number 7, meet the young phenom turned frustrated talent, Erriyon Knighton. Remember when this kid burst onto the scene at 17, running 19.49 seconds in the 200-meter? Everyone thought he'd be the next Usain Bolt. But since then, things have slowed down. His 2024 and 2025 seasons haven't lived up to the hype, plagued by nagging injuries, uneven race results, and a few races where he didn't even finish. Some analysts say it's a classic case of too good too young. He burst onto the global track and field scene like a bolt of lightning, fittingly given the comparisons to Usain Bolt. Born January 29, 2004 in Tampa, Florida, the 6'3" sprinter started as a high school freshman in 2019, transitioning from football wide receiver to track dominance. By age 17 he was rewriting record books and earning the Young Phenom label that would both propel and haunt him. But as of October 2025, at just 21, Knighton's career hangs in limbo after a devastating 4-year doping suspension, transforming early promise into profound frustration. Knighton's still only 21, so it's way too early to write him off. But the expectations were sky high, and right now he's struggling to deliver on them. That's why Erriyon Knighton lands at number 7. At number 6, it's the Olympic champion who shocked the world in Tokyo, Marcell. Jacobs has battled constant injuries, hamstrings, calf issues, and back problems. His racing schedule has been thin, his times inconsistent, and the spark that made him a 9.80 man seems missing. Even with coaching changes and new training bases, Jacobs hasn't been able to recapture that 2021 magic. When he does show up, he's still powerful off the blocks, but by 60 meters the old top-end speed just isn't there anymore. Jacobs isn't done. His 2025 season, while lackluster, showed grit, racing through minor injuries to post a 10.03 seconds in Lausanne. He's hinted at targeting the 2026 European Championships and 2028 LA Olympics, where he'll be 33. But the fire is still there. A new Italian-based coaching setup, focusing on injury prevention and start mechanics, could help. However, the sprinting landscape is brutal. At this point, fans are wondering, was Tokyo a one-time miracle or can he bounce back? Marcell Jacobs sits at number 6. At number 5 we've got a legend, Yohan the Beast Blake. This one hurts because Yohan Blake was that guy. The youngest world 100-meter champion ever, 9.69 seconds at his best, and for a minute there he was the only man who could beat Bolt. But recently, age and injuries have done a number on him. Multiple hamstring tears, lingering muscle issues, and the natural wear from sprinting at that level have turned the Beast into more of a mentor than a medal threat. At 35, a comeback to elite level is improbable. The 100-meter now belongs to sub-9.9 sprinters, and Blake's 10.12 seconds in 2025 shows he's far from contention. But his experience, beating Bolt, holding near world record times, makes him a valuable coach. If he races in 2026, it'll be for pride, not podiums. To his credit, he's still competing and showing flashes of his old self, but the explosiveness is gone. For fans who watched his prime, it's tough seeing him run mid-10 seconds when he used to chase sub-9.8 seconds for breakfast. That's why Yohan Blake lands at number 5. At number 4 it's Britain's golden girl, Dina Asher-Smith. Once the face of British sprinting, she's had a bumpy road since her breakout 2019 World Championship win. After parting ways with her longtime coach, expectations were sky-high that a new setup might unlock more speed. But instead, her results have been inconsistent. Finals appearances, yes, but no major medals lately. Her times in the 100-meter have hovered around 11.0, far from her 10.83 national record. Injuries and disruptions haven't helped either. Asher-Smith is still only in her late 20s and talent-wise she's elite. But it feels like she's in that awkward phase where the fire's there, but the results just aren't catching up. Dina Asher-Smith is a sprinting enigma, Britain's fastest woman ever, with a trophy cabinet bursting from her teens, yet somehow still struggling and chasing that defining Olympic gold at 29. That's why she takes number 4 on our list. At number 3, meet the man who once ruled the 60-meter world, Coleman. When he was hot, nobody could touch his start. The 2019 World 100-meter champion, the man who dethroned Gatlin and threatened Bolt's legacy, now finds himself battling inconsistency and frustration. Since returning from his whereabouts suspension, Coleman's had flashes, Diamond League podiums, a few wins, but not that dominant edge. His times sit in the high 9.8 seconds or low 9.9 seconds, good but not elite. And his finishes have lacked that top-end drive we saw before 2020. The dream derailed in 2020. A no-fault doping violation, missed tests, triggered an 18-month IAAF ban, wiping his Tokyo Olympic shot and stalling momentum at peak age 24. He returned in 2021 with fire, Diamond League wins, sub-10s clocks, but couldn't sustain it. Hamstring tweaks hit in 2018 and resurfaced in 2025, forcing early season scratches and rhythm killers. Some say it's the mental side, others say it's just rhythm. Either way, Coleman's career feels stuck in second gear. He's still dangerous but not the man he once was, and that's why Coleman lands at number 3. At number 2 it's Fred Kerley, the 2022 world champion and one of the most gifted all-around sprinters alive. Kerley's versatility, from 400 meter to 100 meter, is unmatched. But lately, injuries and technical problems have derailed his momentum. He missed key races in 2024, underperformed in a few 2025 Diamond League meets, and even pulled out of the Olympics due to health issues. His confidence seems shaken. He's openly feuded on social media with rivals and critics questioning his form. His shift from 400-meter dominance to 100-meter gold in 2022 made him a unicorn, blending endurance with explosive pop. But at 30, a perfect storm of injuries, technical glitches, legal entanglements, and a provisional doping suspension has torpedoed his trajectory. As of October 2025, sidelined and signed to the controversial Enhanced Games, Kerley's unmatched range feels like a curse more than a crown, versatility demanding a body that's finally buckled. It's been a wild, unpredictable ride, and unless he locks in soon he risks fading from that top sprinter conversation entirely. Fred Kerley sits firmly at number 2. And finally at number 1 the queen of sprinting herself, Elaine Thompson-Herah. The double Olympic champion, the only woman ever to win back-to-back 100-meter and 200-meter Olympic golds, has had an incredibly rough stretch. Since her historic Tokyo 2020 season, where she ran a blistering 10.54 seconds, injuries have piled up, especially Achilles and foot issues. She missed the Paris 2024 Olympics, struggled to find a new training environment, and her comeback attempts have been slow and painful. Elaine recently admitted that recovery has been harder than ever, but she's not giving up. Fans are rooting for her, because when healthy she's still one of the greatest sprinters of all time. But right now she's fighting the hardest race of her career, the race back to being herself. That's why Elaine Thompson-Herah takes the #1 spot on our list of sprinters currently struggling with their careers. So, there you have it, 9 world-class sprinters who are struggling right now, whether from injuries, form, or life outside the track. Which of these athletes do you think will bounce back first? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss another track and field breakdown. Until next time, this is Sporting Newsfeed, bringing you the stories behind the speed. See you in the next video.